Hello and welcome. This is for Define Your Life Strategies. And I'm always on a journey to help you to become a better version of yourself in a very short period of time. And tonight we're going to just move straight to business because we are already behind schedule. And I want to use this moment to specially appreciate you for showing up. I want to socially welcome you for being part of tonight's webinar. It is going to be lit. It's going to be something that, if you understand, your life will never be the same again. So I want you to do me a favor, and this favor is I want you to pay close attention to what I'll be teaching here. Because if you can grab this concept of the winning mindset, because there is a mindset that if you can be able to install into your life, you don't have an option but to be a winner. And there is this, let me see, I don't, am I muted? I think I am muted. Let me see if I can find. Oh, Okay, there is this mindset that if you install into your life, you'll be a failure. So, successful people are successful because they have installed a winning mindset, and that is why they kept on winning every now and then. So sorry, I needed to attend to something and this one was on, but I'm back now. So let's get back to business because that's what we do. Always business minded. So as I was saying, there is a mindset that champions have. There is a mindset that courageous people have. There is a mindset that if you want to be successful, you must have. And that is the mindset I want to be sharing with you right now. So pay close attention. Pay close attention. Let's get to business. Remember, we're talking about the winning mindsets, the hidden sheets that separate winners from everyone else. That is what we're going to be talking about right now. So I want you to pay close attention. Pay close attention because tonight is not just another motivational session. This is a confrontation with the mindset running your life. Because if you can understand this, I guarantee you that you won't be complaining about those things that you used to complain about anymore. Because your life will change in such a way that it will surprise you. And you will be wondering and saying, ah, am I the one producing this kind of result? What happened? People around you will also see the changes that is happening in your life. You know, Jesus said, let your light so shine that men may see and then glorify your Father who is in heaven. And that is what I want to help you do right now. When I help you understand the winning mindset, you begin to win in your personal life, in your finances, in your relationship, in all aspects of life that matters to you. And people will now see the light that you are emitting, the winning strategy, and then they will now come to you. They will now ask, how are you doing it? Can you show us how you're doing this so that we too can be able to do this and transform our life? And that is the final goal of what we are going to be learning here tonight. So please Just give me a moment and I need to get something. Good. I'm there. Now listen to me. Let's get to business. There are people working harder than you right now, but they are still losing. They are not making it more than you do. You know that this person is putting in the work, and you are so amazed by the kind of amount of work he's putting in. But still, he's not making or producing result in commemoration with the action he is putting or she is putting. So if hard work was enough, that person should be winning. But the reason why you kept on seeing such kind of excuse me, you kept on seeing such kind of scenarios around is because hard work alone is not what changes your life. You could be working so hard, but you will not be able to produce the required result, or the result you are producing will not be in line or in the same lane with the kind of effort you are putting in. So the real question is, are you listening? Just give me a moment. I'm having a little glitches here and there. The real question is, what's going on here today? Okay. Why do I keep on coming back to this place? Okay. Just give me a moment. I need to adjust something before we can go on. I don't want us to stay too long. Just give me a moment. My slides is not behaving. All right, we're almost there. Yes. Good. So now the real question is, what do winners know that everyone else doesn't know? Because you look around, you go out of the street and you see people walking, you see laborers. So, for instance, a perfect example is when you go to the site, you find out that the people who are working more hours or working longer, working under the sun are paid peanuts. But the engineer could just be under the shade and say, okay, do this like this, do this like this, do this like this. He'll just be giving instruction, and work will begin to continue to go. At the end of the day, you find out that he's being paid 10 times better than the laborer that has been working under the sun from morning to evening. What is the difference? What do winners know that everyone else does not know? Now listen to me. Most people, okay, why am I coming back to this place? Just give me a moment, right? I don't know what is going on here today. Okay, what the problem is. I know where the problem is. It's for me. Forget to. Oh, just a moment, just a moment. Don't worry. These things will not continue to be like this. Yeah, I will grow rather than me handling these things. So that I will not be doing all these and handling things. Okay. Good. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Now let's get to business. Most people think winning is about effort, but winning is not about what you do. It is about the system running your life, not just about effort. I've always said this anytime that you notice that you need financial breakthrough in your life, the things you need to do is not to begin to work hard. The first thing you need to do is to slow down and act and begin to analyze your identity, who you think you are. Because if you believe that you are worth 50,000 naira, that is exactly what you'll be getting. If you believe that you are worth 30,000 naira, that is exactly what you'll be getting. So when you notice that you desire something bigger in your life, the next thing to do is not to work hard and hard and hard and hard or move on. No, is to slow down and begin to adjust who you think you are. Change your narrative about yourself. Like, what do you accept as normal? Change your identity. When you change your identity, then you begin to act in alignment to your identity. Then your surrounding will begin to align with you and give you what you want. So it is not just about hard work. And tonight, I'm going to show you the hidden sheet that separates the winners from everyone else. Now, think about your phone for a moment. You have apps in your phone, right? We have WhatsApp, for instance, inside my iPhone. I have WhatsApp. I have many applications in the phone, many of them. WhatsApp, Instagram, business tools that I use, Issue, TikTok, and all these things I use them. But all of those apps are controlled by something different. The reason why those apps are found in that phone is because there is something called the operating system that allow the application to work on the phone. And the operating system determines how the application behaves. And so sometimes you will find out that people might be having challenges with their phone, or you might be having challenges with your phone, and sometimes what people do is to just delete some things, delete some of the applications to reduce the content that is in the phone memory. But usually that is not the fix. It's more like you're trying to solve a problem just by the symptom, healing the symptoms instead of going down to the root and curing the problem. So what people do is to just delete some application, delete something so that they can be able to control. But you have to understand that when your phone begins to misbehave, begin to freeze, when you give it an instruction, it's wasting time. The problem is the operating system. The operating system is overloaded. It is carrying more than it should carry, and that is why it is now struggling to move. It is struggling to make the movement that it's supposed to make. And you and your actions are like application, are the apps in your phone. But your mindset is the operating system, and your result are your output. So your actions, the things you do about your finances, the thing you do about your relationship, the thing you do about your health, the things you do about all these various aspects of your life that matters to you are more like the application. And what determines the output of the application, or what determines the action you take, is the operating system. And what is the operating system? The operating system is your mind, your perception, your view of reality, your view of how life works, how you see life. And that is where the real change happens. And that is where the successful winners differentiate themselves from every other person. They experience everything that everybody is experiencing, but they don't see it the way everyone is seeing it. And because they don't see it the way everyone is seeing it, they take different actions. So when your life is not working, when you keep changing apps, that is, you notice that something is not working in your life, then you begin to apply new strategy, new plan, or new ideas. But the real problem is the system running your life. The reason why you're always broke, the reason why you don't always have it is because there is a viewpoint, there is a perception you have about money, about people, about the reality, about circumstance, about experience that is controlling what you do with money. And until you change your perception about money, about your health, about your relationship, about your physical fitness, about the aspect of your life that matter, your life is going to continue to remain the same. Be honest with me. How many times have you started something and didn't finish it? How many times have you felt motivated and then lost it? And how many times do you know what to do, but you do not do it? How many times? Many times. Each one of us has experienced this in one way or the other. I've experienced it in my own way. You also have experienced it in your own way. Now, I want you to understand that that doesn't mean that you are lazy. That was not a laziness problem. That was not a stupidity problem. That doesn't mean that you are stupid. That doesn't mean that you are foolish. That doesn't mean that you are crazy. It only means that your mindset has a problem. Your way you look at life has a problem. It is not the right way to look at life. And that is where the problem is. I could remember there was a time in my life I was trying, I was putting in effort, but results were not matching. I could remember when I was a choir master, when I was just selected to be the choir master in my church, and suddenly I begin to realize that I have to do something about the population of the singers and the skills, their skill sets. Because I will go out there to evangelize, talk to people, can you join the choir, and people will come, but our next rehearsals, they will run. I begin to wonder, like I kept on struggling and kept on struggling until I get to a point whereby I begin to ponder and find out what exactly is the problem. And I realized the problem was not outside, it was inside. So I begin to think, I begin to analyze. Why are these people coming and going? Why does it keep repeating itself? The day I changed my thinking, everything began to change. And here's what happened. I realized that to be a chorister, to be a musician, it takes skill. It takes skills. And most of these people I'm inviting to join us, we are not skillful. They don't have the skill of a musician. And to master the skill of a musician, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes courage. Because people are going to laugh at you. And when people come and they notice that it is something hard, they just give up. They just give up immediately. And that was one thing that I noticed. And here's what I did. I invite you to church. And then I adjusted the rehearsals to a point whereby it will groom and train new members and existing members to become better choristers. And we begin to notice changes when we sing. We can be able to sing wonderfully. The issue of singing out of key was no longer there the way we used to experience it anymore because I created a system to train the new members and also to train the existing members, and then I grant them access and I share things that make them understand that as a new beginner, it is okay that people are going to laugh at you. And now I'm sharing this with you. If you want to change your life, if you want to grab the difference between the successful and the unsuccessful, if you want to have the winning mindset, the first thing you need to focus on is your identity. You do not rise to your goals, you fail to your identity. If you see yourself as inconsistent, you will always act that way. If you see yourself as inconsistent, no matter how much of willpower you apply to always show up consistently, you get to a point whereby it will fail you. Because willpower alone is not enough. And if you see yourself as powerful, your actions will follow. You're going to find yourself going out there looking for ways to validate that identity that you have for yourself. So, what story are you telling yourself? How are you seeing yourself? Do you see yourself as a successful person? Do you see yourself as a winner, or do you see yourself as a loser? Do you see yourself as a courageous person, or you see yourself as a fearful person? Whatever you see yourself as will affect the actions you are willing to take. Because what you see will affect what you believe, what you are willing to believe. And your beliefs, your actions always emanated from your beliefs. What you believe will affect the action you are willing to take. And action is what produces result. So it is in a cycle. Change your identity. What you think you are, or what you believe you are. That is what the successful do. Why that is one of the winning mindset of the winners that you must adopt. It's not just about working hard. It's not just about putting in effort. It is about restructuring your identity. The second difference or the second mindset of winners is their thinking pattern. As I was saying earlier, I said winners don't experience a different life. They interpret their life differently. We all experience the same thing, no matter who you are, no matter how an achiever you are, no matter how prepared you are, you're gonna face setback, you're gonna face failure. Life is gonna give you some doses of pressure, you're gonna face delay. And when those things happen, the difference is in how you see your thinking pattern. I've said this. You see, when winners, when things happen, winners, okay, failures see them as like those who are not successful, those who are not winners see it as failure, but winners see it as feedback. Okay, I did something and I failed. Oh, that is not failure. This is an information that this thing I'm doing will not work. I remember the story of this scientist that invented the light bulb, Thomas Edison. He said, I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that I have conducted 1,000 experiments on how to invent a bulb. And we're meant to understand that he spent almost thousand, he spent hours studying. And when he was asked, how did you able to cope with this failure upon failure upon failure upon failure that you've been experiencing? And he said, for every failure that I experienced, only taught me that this way would not work. So I never tried it anymore. I focus on something else. So other people see failure as failure, but winners, from their thinking mindset, they see it as feedback. Telling me that, oh, I need to adjust this, I need to stop this, I need to make this right. Others see it as pressure, but winners see it as a privilege. No matter what form of pressure you are going through right now, it is there to prepare you. But those who are not winners see it as pressure, so they give up. Too much work. Why would I be working from morning to night? But they don't know that that is a way of building your work ethics. They are not aware of it, so they give up easily. Other people see delay, but winners see it as preparation. Can you see how the difference are? So the next winning mindset they have is in their emotional control. Most people don't lose because they lack skill. They lose because they cannot manage how they feel. When it gets hard, other people quit. When they feel doubt, they stop. But that is not how winners do. Winners feel the same emotion, but they don't obey them. They feel the same emotion. They encounter same experiences, but they don't obey their body. They don't listen to their emotion. They are very aware that they are in charge of their body. They know, and because they know, They do not submit. We don't quit. Or we don't stop when we are tired. We stop when we are done. That is how successful people see it. Is that how you are seeing it too? Is that how you're seeing it? Now I want you to be honest with yourself. Who have you been acting like previously? Is your current mindset designed for winning? Like just be sincere with yourself. Do you complain over little things? Do you always see everything as a problem? Do you always focus on taking action instead of changing your identity, what you believe you are, what you think you are, the stories you're sharing about yourself in your head? Who have you been acting like? Now I want you to type the word shift in the chat if you know something needs to change. Type it. I'm waiting for your reply. I'm waiting for your comments because it matters. If you know there's something in your life that needs to change, then type it. Type the word shift in the comment section. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for your reply. I'm waiting for your comment. Do that sharply so that we get to business. Do it fast. Do it fast. Do it fast. So that we go. Type the word shift. Yes. 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 Good. Now let's move further. Are you with me? Now let's do a little bit of exercise on how to shift your identity. Now, I want you to understand that your next level is not waiting for more effort. It is waiting for a new version of you. That next level you desire for your life doesn't come by much effort. It will come by the moment of God. Back, back, and back, back. So let's get to the exercise. I said your next level is not waiting for more effort. It is waiting for a new version. When you notice that you want to go up, you want to go in, it's not about putting in the effort, it's about upgrading yourself. You notice that you need more money. It's not about putting in extra hours. It's about what? Gaining more skills, learning more skills and perceptions. That is what you need to do. You don't need to do more. You need to become more. That is just it. Become good. Keep on stacking skills upon skills upon skills. And that is how you keep on improving your life. There is a power inside you, but it has been buried under fear, doubt, wrong thinking. And until you unlock it, you will keep repeating the same cycle. And that is why I created something powerful, the sovereign identity reset. If you're serious about changing your life, not just feeling motivated, I want you to join me in my next session where I go deeper. I show you how to rewrite your mindset, how to build a winning identity, and how to take control of your life. Now, comment ready or send me a message right now, and I will show you how to get access. Because winners are not special people, they just make a decision to think differently, to act differently, and to see themselves differently. The question is, will you think differently, act differently, and see yourself differently? Now, if this thing spoke to you, share this with someone who needs it, and I will see you at the top. I love you. My name is Spotify, and life strategist. I'm always on a journey to help you become a better version of yourself in a very short period of time. And I want to say thank you for being part of this webinar. Thank you for being here right from the beginning to the end. And I will see you next time. Love you. Love you so much.